Hi there, my name is DOLZERO. Welcome back to the Mellowcraft server. In the last episode, I hatched some baby dragons and got my Ice Dragonforge together. Using our Ice Dragonforge, we can craft Ice Dragonsteel ingots, but we need Ethereum ingots and Ice Dragon blood. We can get the Ice Dragon blood from Ice Dragons, but to craft the Ethereum ingots, we're going to need one Netherite ingot for every single Dragonsteel ingot that we make, and each piece of armor needs the corresponding number of ingots. So I'm going to need quite a bit of Netherite if I'm going to make a full set of armor, plus tools and all that stuff. And that's the reason we're in the Nether today, because I need to get some Netherite going. And I know what you're thinking. What are you doing on top of the Nether? You need to mine Netherite down at Y15. Why are you on the Nether roof? Well, today I'm going to show you how to build a Netherite farm using the Spelunkery mod. If you run lava through a sluice, whether wooden or stone, either will do, you do have a 0.21% chance to get Netherite scrap if you are within a basalt delta or a nether waste. Additionally, if you're in a nether fortress, you also have a chance to get wither skelly skulls. But then we can also get raw nuggets, we can get magma pebbles, we can get blackstone pebbles, and even though I really don't need any more netherrack, we can get some netherrack pebbles as well. Luckily, I found a pretty big nether waste area right over here, so let me show you what I got going just to test things out. So here's what I put together as a proof of concept. I got a bunch of lava just kind of going down sort of a staircase. We got sluices underneath them with hoppers leading into these chests. And you can see that it is working. We are in fact getting ancient scraps. So we can build a netherite farm with this concept. The other thing is there is a % chance that we will get magma cubes spawning. And I think this would be a good opportunity to turn this into a froglite farm as well. But since we can't build farms where we're killing mobs on the server, we're going to have to skip that. But if this was my own world, I would definitely be setting up a froglite farm as well. Now, I've expanded on that concept, and this is really what we're looking at right now. Basically, this is a supersized version of the concept where I have a much larger stairwell going in with a series of hoppers coming down into one collection system down here. And then we got a couple of sorters to pull out the netherite, the gold, the blackstone, and the magma pebbles. And then we're ditching the netherite down here. You can see I went a lot wider with this. We're basically taking up most of a chunk here, and it is working pretty well. You can see there's a ton of magma cubes just spawning in here, and we got them all contained within this glass section, so they're not a problem for us right now. What is a problem is that this farm is so good that the sorting system can't keep up with all of the materials that we got coming in. So if we look down here, we can see we've already got stuff backing up, and you can see there's quite a bit of netherite stuck in there. So I gotta fix the collection system here to make sure that we can get all of the items and it's not getting backed up here. And I'm hoping that this is everything I need to do that. I think we should be all right, but if I need to grab some more resources, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So let me get to it. I'm going to fix all this, and we'll check it out in just a minute. I'll be right back. I am back, and I have changed up the collection system. We now have 3 sets of filters, all leading to one collection point. So let me show you what I did. So we've got 2 sets of slices coming in here. These are the 2 with the fewest amounts. We have them set to 1 filter. And then the 2 that are a little bit bigger, we each have going through their own set of filters. So on this end, we've got the netherite being filtered out. Then we got the gold, the blackstone, and the magma stones. And then anything else that comes through is going to get disposed in this little lava drop. I got one coming off each one, so all of our netherrack pebbles are going to get disposed of. And then if we fill up on any of these, all of the excess materials will also get dumped over here as well. And now all I really got left to do is to put the lava back in. So, yeah, let's do it. Oh, and it looks like I forgot to put the last crafter setup in here. So, let me do that real quick. Alright, it looks like everything's working over here now. So we got those blocks coming in here, we got these blocks coming in here, we got this gold coming in here, and we got netherite coming in here. I'm really curious what our rate per hour is going to be, so I'm going to do a little bit of AFK. Well, it's been a full 30 minutes. Let's see how we're doing. Alright, so 15 ancient scraps in 30 minutes. We're looking at 30 per hour. So that's 8 netherite ingots about per hour, 7.5. So that's pretty good. 7.5 ingots per hour. But let's check it out and make sure that we're not having any more issues. A couple of the magma cubes got out during that process, and I think there was just so many magma cubes in there that they were bouncing off of each other, and that's how they got out. So I think I'm gonna have to raise that glass one more level, and then we should be good. But let's check and make sure everything's at least making it through here. Okay, so we are still getting some stuff backed up. So there's another 8 ingots here, or not ingots, there's another 8 ancient debris right there. Well, this one seems to be good. What about over here? Okay, so the big one is the only one that's still getting backed up. So maybe I need to take half of this and run it through another set of filters. Alright, I've ran a second line of hoppers coming off the extra slices coming this way. So for this big setup, we have 6 of the slices being filtered to this side, and then the rest of them are being filtered down there. And then we got this extra line of hoppers coming through here with the smart chutes pulling out the items and filtering them into the appropriate hopper lines. The only other issue I had is that these lava sources down here decided they wanted to set my composters on fire, so I had to replace some of them with glass. I'm not sure why that didn't happen during the first 30-minute AFK session, but when I put the second line in here, they started going up. So we had to fill some of that in with some glass, and unfortunately, that's the way she goes. So now we'll set all this extra ancient scrap down here, and we'll do another 30-minute AFK session and see what we get. Alright, it's been another 30 minutes. Let's take a look and see where we're at. Alright, so we got 24 ancient scraps, and that half hour, or 23, so that's one shy of 6 ancient debris ingots. So we're looking about 12 per hour. So far, I'm at almost 2 stacks, though, and I don't think I've been doing this for very long. So that feels pretty good. Plus, we got other materials coming in. So for all the ancient debris, we'll have gold to smelt and use to create those ingots. And then we also get a bunch of blackstone coming in. Plus we got plenty of magma blocks as well. So I think we're doing pretty good. We're getting a lot of resources from this farm, and it really didn't take that much to put it together. It's really simple design, honestly. So anybody could put this together, and you could even expand on it if you wanted to. You just got to keep in mind that you're going to need more filters to keep up with the production that this farm's going to put out. But for now, I'm just going to keep kicking it here for a bit, and we'll see how many we get. I AFK'd for a little while here, and every 30 minutes I pulled down what we had taken in. And after a while, it did start to depreciate returns. And the only thing I can think of is that all of these magma cubes are just lagging it up. So I do think to optimize this farm, you really do need to wait to deal with the magma cubes. I think it's fine for the time being, but if I do want to upgrade this down the road, I'm definitely going to have to add in some sort of frog system. But this farm's pretty sweet. It's really easy to put together. You get quite a few resources. And we're even getting enough gold here that we can supplement all of the netherite. Plus, we even have a little extra. So that's pretty nice. If you are going to build this farm, keep in mind the filtration process. I think you're going to need a set of filters for about every 2 stacks of slices. And that's pretty much where we're at for this second row of columns. And that's pretty much at capacity. There's 120 slices here. And I'm guessing if we had 8 more in there, it would probably still be keeping up. But definitely with this next level, we had way too many in for one set of filters. So I had to throw a second one on the front end of it. But it's working fine. Everything's going good. And we're getting all the resources we need. So we're almost ready to go. I don't have quite enough ice dragon blood to take care of all of these ingots, but that's okay. We can grab some more of that later. That's definitely enough to get things going. However, I am going to need more toxic paste. 14 is not going to be enough to cut it, so we're going to have to take a trip back to the toxic caves. Alright, our dragons are looking good. They should be big enough to use our forge. Aren't they cute, though? They're still cute. Alright, come on, big boy. Alright, let's get our items in the forge here. Isn't our dragon a beaut? Oh, look at that. I can rot it. Here we go. I wonder how long this takes. Alright, quite a bit. There we go, our first ice Dragonsteel ingot. Alright, let's get these going. Hey, check this out. What's up? That's so dumb. Alright, I think it's gonna take a while.
3 hours later.
There we go. 36 ingots. That should be plenty. Let's get ourselves some gear. Alright, let's start crafting. I'll start with the chest. We got all of our gear. It's time to make some tools, though. Looks like I need some wither bones. I think I got plenty of those. Alright, there's our sword. Got that draconic evolution. Alright, that's a full set of tools. Alright, now it's time to get some enchants. Let's see here. Should be able to get some pretty good enchants with our setup here. It's 100 levels, though, for max enchants. We'll look at 75 for the second level, which also has some good options here. I guess I need some XP. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, we got a pretty good setup on our gear. Look at all of these enchantments that we got. Our enchants are OP for sure. And then we got Silk Touch on our tools here. All in all, I think we're pretty much stacked, so shouldn't have too much to worry about armor-wise for the rest of the game. I think we're good. Alright, let's go check out our little babies. Wait, what's this? A book? Where'd this come from? Doll, the time has come. I hope you're ready. Evan.